Good morning, queens, and welcome back to my channel. I know what you're gonna say. You look a mess, and I'm gonna say I absolutely know that. Hashtag absolulu. So I'm here with another review of The Little Mix The Search, a talent TV show where the girls are looking for 6 different groups, and ultimately one of them gets to join them on the Confetti World Tour. Tickets available to buy, and the album available to pre-buy as well. Here's some promo again, you're welcome. We've already seen the boy band formed in the previous episode. We're now gonna see a mixed group. Now, boy are my arms tired from some of the talent that I'm carrying in this episode, because Jesus is a biscuit, won't let us have you up. It's too early for my vocals this morning. So as you know, we've obviously got my Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, subscribe, comment, like, all of it. Turn the bell notification on so you are updated every time I upload something new, which is probably every 2 months. Lovely. Now we've got all that shit shows and shenanigans out of the way, let's get into this video. First contestant up is a lovely girl called Rosie. Super cute, loving her curly hair. I just wanted to, like, when she started flicking it, I was just like, I want to flick my hair as well. So I was like, where's my... Hold that thought. It just kind of made me want to be like, yes. Yeah. And this is why you glue them down. This is like that moment when you look and you go, what it looks like online versus what it looks like in reality. Her body is right. She definitely stole my 15-year-old body that I had, and she's wearing it today. She sings Alessia Cara, Scars to Your Beautiful. She has one of those really soothing voices, really, it's almost got a little bit of a sort of a babyish quality to it as well, like really peaceful sounding and really like wholesome. She has that same thing we were talking about in our previous episode with the boy bands, that twang British style of singing when you pronounce words in a British instead of an American accent. For me, it's just a style of singing that I sometimes find aggravating, but she sounds amazing, so you have to give it to her. The girls were in a trance when watching her, and they all start discussing with her about her having the full package, and I agree. Jade does her lovely impression of Louis Walsh with the, you look like a star, you sound like a star, you are a star. Funny story, when I auditioned for X Factor many moons ago, Louis Walsh actually said to me, I know what I'm gonna get from you. You're like FedEx, because you always deliver. And I was like, thank you so much. And you know what you're getting in the post, and it's probably broken. Next up is Beauty. First of all, living for the name. If there's one thing I love, it's a good nickname that turns into your name. Hashtag LuLuLove. He works as a male nanny. Now, not only does that mean that he looks after the kids, he also schools the children, darling.
Honey. Auntie.
He's got the kids up in the house, teaching them how to sashay, shantae, you slay, I slay. Straight away, the girls start vibing when he's singing. He actually comes out and sings God is a Dancer. Straight away moves over to the girls. Everyone's vibing. Everyone's having a good time. He does the iconic, like, walk to the back, gum, gum, bum, sort of Beyonce girl group, like female, fierce, like slam to the front, hair comes around, looking gum. He's got some great sass, loving his vibe. The girls give him 4 yeses, and he moves on into the new band room. Next up is 22-year-old Jordan, an Essex boy who on his audition tape has his mum come up and say, he's always singing in the house morning and night, like can never shut him up. And listen, if I had my mum on here now, but she's part of the NHS, so she's too busy saving corona lives, she would tell you the exact same thing from my household when I was growing up living with my parents as a child. I had smoke machines, wind machines, disco lights, disco balls, LED lights, strobe lights, all of it. And it was a fucking tour. He wants to prove to his friends back home that he can do anything he puts his mind to. Love that attitude. I've always had that attitude my entire life. He sings Lizzo, good as hell. A little bit awkward to begin with, body language a bit shut off and a bit nervous, but you know what? He starts getting into it and starts vibing. Bit of call and repeat. The girls start joining in and singing, start slaying some over-the-top vocal. He gets 4 yeses and moves straight into the band room as well. Next few people to audition are soloists, Promise, Kitty, and Maya. I'm not gonna lie, if I was gonna ever audition for a week, it would have been this one, right? The names? Lulu, Kitty, Beauty, Promise. My new single, Lulu, Kitty, Beauty, Promise, is available on iTunes. Lulu, Kitty, Beauty, Promise. Lulu, Kitty, Beauty, Promise. The girls do all agree that vocally these guys aren't strong enough this week to match up to the talent they've seen so far for the mixed group, so unfortunately these guys don't make it through. Aaron's up next, and he is a massive Little Mix super stan. He met them when he went to a meet and greet or a press launch and did a little karaoke night with them there. And if there's one thing the Little Mix girls love, is a bit of karaoke. Jesy, Jade, you know what I'm talking about. We've had a couple of nights. My bunga bunga boy, Bang Bang. Spice Girls, we did that one before as well. Yes, for us. So Aaron's audition, he actually sings a Little Mix track. He sings Move. Also, riffing and running all over the place. Some of them are absolutely amazing. Some of them don't quite hit properly. All the girls except Perrie say yes. Perrie, I understand what she says here when working on the vocal. I honestly think he has massive potential to work on that vocal, get it really refined in just like the normal singing style, and then adding that flavour of riff and run on it. Billy and Louis are up next. They are twins from Wiltshire and only 16 years old. Jesus. I remember me at 16 years old leaving to go to performing arts college, and I don't think I could have even thought about doing a show like this at 16 years old. So props to them. And as soon as they said their musical icon and diva was Christina Aguilera, I was already like, and we are sold. I am with you. She is everything to me. If there was ever an artist that I could ever just like meet, talk to, have dinner with, it's her, 100%. She was everything to me as a kid. I used to do exactly what you did and mimic the vocals and the riffs and the runs and the styling, the growling, everything on her. I used to pretend to be her so much. It was actually an amazing moment in Christina's tour, her recent Experience tour. I went both nights when she was performing in London, and I went with my best friend, and on the first night I was crying so hard because I was in an aisle seat and I was like stomping up and down, can't hold her down, going for gold. And I was crying, I was on the floor like in bits. And the second night I just wanted to enjoy it because the first night I was in awe. And the second night she started singing some more songs and I was like, babe, she didn't even sing this yesterday. We've got 2 different versions of this tour. And he was like, no, she sang all of this yesterday. You were just crying on the floor in bits. I was like, what did you expect? It's Christina. So, of course, they sing a Christina Aguilera song. They sing Ain't No Other Man, absolute tune. These guys are pulling off simple harmonies throughout as well, which is really nice. Their voices obviously blend well together. They're twins. They've been together for 16 years. So they get 4 yeses and they move on to the band room. Janethan and Liam are 2 new boys coming into the competition now. All smiles, and I'm absolutely living for it. Liam, DM me, Queen, on Instagram, you're fit. Both their auditions go really, really well, and they get 4 yeses and move into the band room. Andy's in next, and he brings cocktails. Can you give me some cocktails? Give me some cocktails. I noticed there was a glass missing, which was mine. Remember, I am on the judges panel. Mine is a vodka martini with a lemon twist. No olives. You can hold them, honey. It has a great belt on him, and those high notes he hits were very, very nice. However, the girls do feel like he doesn't maybe have what they're looking for the group currently. This new girl, Melina, walks in, and I was already like, yes, for you. I could tell that she was some sort of pageantry realness, and she does go on to say that she was Miss Cheshire. My queen Melina walks in with a full Ariana Grande focus blonde ponytail and like some full-on snakeskin Britney Spears VMA realness. She sings X's and O's. There really wasn't a fault with her performance at all. There was no pitch issues. Her confidence, the way she performed it, her voice almost had, and it's weird to say, but it almost had like a Duffy quality. Duffy was a British singer, and was she Welsh, I think? I don't know. Clearly she did her job well because she gets 4 yeses and heads straight into the band room. So these are the 8 successful queens all going through to the rehearsal room so they can get their constructive criticism while working with the girls before they head on to the concert version. Now, before we get to that section, not everyone can make it, so they're going to have to make some hard choices on people they have to lose before the final part of the competition. So they all get into the rehearsal room, the girls start swapping out different people to make combinations, and actually one thing I noticed with Beauty holds a microphone the way that I used to hold a microphone, and it's the tapping. And actually my girl Christina Aguilera used to do it quite a lot back in the day. It's for the riffs, the runs, and to keep the timing, and like to keep your own beat. In fact, where's my mic? And I'll show you. And yes, she's a Sennheiser. It's that. And it's like when you're singing and you're trying to keep the timing and it's a thing. I used to do it all the time. And actually, ironically, we're watching it, the constructive criticism starts coming out from the girls talking about harmony lines and everything and people sort of pulling back and whatever. And Jade then turns around and says, she got told off for doing it all the time. And I was like, clearly it's a Queen's thing. Clearly it's a Fierce Queen's thing if all 3 of us are doing it. Plus Christina Aguilera, I mean, come on. The girls do finally deliberate on who should stay for the next round. And Janethan and Beauty, unfortunately, have to go home at this stage. So now it's concert time, and I'm going to assume, again, my guys, Kieran and Claudemar, were the choreographers for this. The concert performance is Cake by the Ocean, and actually everyone deals really well with the choreographies. Performance ends, and the Little Mix girls go into their little minority report room where they're beep, 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 doing all that sort of like Marvel Universe realness, and they're swapping out people to see what the band is going to officially become. Before it even got to the final judging, I had my 3 people that I assumed would make the band straight away. I originally thought Melina and Rosie and Liam were going to make the band, but I was really unsure of that 4th space. The final decision was not mine to make, but was the Little Mix girls, and they do end up actually choosing Melina, Liam, DM me, remember, DMs, slide in, honey, Rosie, and Jordan. So now that's the end of that episode. These guys now form the mixed group. They're going to be moving on to live shows to battle against the boy band and the other groups that are going to be formed over the next few weeks to battle out to win the prize of a lifetime, joining Little Mix on the Confetti Tour. I'll see you next year when I'm there, Queens. I will be performing if one of the bands that win this show can't perform. I will 100% be up there. She got it! So don't you worry. Thanks for tuning in today. Remember, you're going to catch me on my LuViews every week. Next week, I'll be reviewing the vocal girl band episode. I have a very busy schedule, so sometimes these do come out a little later than I want them to. That's the price you pay for being a star. And when you find out, tell me. As I said at the beginning of this episode, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, put the bell notification on, share this with your family, friends, your dogs, your housekeepers, your toilet attendants, whoever you love. Just send them some hashtag LuLuLove. Join the Luniverse by subscribing to my Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and also, as you may know or may not know, I am going to be starting my first official podcast called Lounging with Lulu. It's going to be formed on the Anchor app, but also available on Apple Music and Spotify coming very soon. I'm going to be talking about all the fun and frolics of my life, some of my horror stories, top stories, bottom stories, and also give my versatile opinion. Hashtag LuLuLove to everyone. Love you all. Thank you so much. Mwah. Catch you soon. Bye.